Hello, followers of Retro Games Fan and ColecoVision Fan. Today we're taking another look at the CollectorVision Phoenix. This is a fully ColecoVision compatible FPGA retro gaming console that is currently on Kickstarter. If you back it for $199, you will end up with one of these amazing little ColecoVision compatible systems. We've gone over it before in some previous videos, but I just wanted to show you real quick. Again, front of the console, SD card slot, which takes ROMs, the controller ports, keyboard port, the slot where you'll put in the cartridges, and this will eventually have a cover on it. This is still the prototype model. This is the side Super Nintendo controller port, expansion port, HDMI power. Again, this is a 3D printed prototype. The final version, if it's funded on Kickstarter, will be injection molded and looking really nice. Again, this is a CollectorVision Kickstarter project. Has absolutely nothing to do with the Coleco Chameleon, Coleco Holdings, or any of that stuff. In CollectorVision, they have released many homebrew games for the ColecoVision, like Light Grid Racing. Again, this game is actually included on this console, which we will actually show you that at some point in the near future. But for today, we're going to focus on playing some Venture. Venture is one of my favorite classic ColecoVision games, and I want to show not only playing it on this console, but also using a standard Atari 2600 controller. So that way you know that you have other controller options out there rather than just the stock ColecoVision, which is here. So let's plug in the power, HDMI, and I'm going to use my handy dandy Y cable here so that way I can choose the game on the original controller and then play on the Atari 2600 controller. And then we have our Venture cartridge, which we will plug in. And let's get going. You could see the original ColecoVision behind it, so you can see the difference in size. I mean, it's small, it's cute, and it's powerful, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so I'm going to use the ColecoVision controller to choose the game, and then I'm going to play using the Atari 2600 controller. So you can see that you have an option of different controllers that you could use. And then on the final version of the system as well, if you wanted to, you could just plug that ColecoVision controller into port 2. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember this classic Exidy game. ColecoVision was one of the early systems in the 80s where arcade games on the console actually looked like arcade games that you would play the stand-up version of it, which is really kind of where ColecoVision got its popularity. It was the first console that had a version of Donkey Kong that looked like Donkey Kong. This gameplay is so great using an original Atari 2600 controller. I say that I'm about to die. Yep, I knew it. This was a tough game. I have to be honest. Like, as Venture is one of those games I absolutely loved as a kid, but I was kind of bad at it. Gotta wait for that guy to disappear. So again, if you go to the Kickstarter page, you can fund this for $199. But you have to remember, you know, I know that sounds like an expensive amount, but the FPGA board is pretty complex. It includes an F18A graphics chip, which replaces the original chip in the ColecoVision, which does things like just makes the visuals look so much better, crisper. The colors are richer. There's no more sprite flicker, and it just really feels like a newer console. You know, it's a great updated version of the classic. The two-headed room. Yeah, so once again, you know, I just really wanted to show off being able to use other controllers, because a lot of people, you know, are not big fans of this original ColecoVision controller. And to be honest, when I play ColecoVision games, I normally use a controller like a modded NES controller or an Atari or a Sega Genesis or something that has, you know, a little bit more flexibility to it. see if I can get past this last room. I definitely think that playing and trying to do a video at the same time, your concentration is a little bit more limited. There we go. Hooray! So there you have it, guys. That is the Venture being played off of the CollectorVision Phoenix using an Atari 2600 controller. So again, this is a combination that we really like a lot, and we're happy that this is something that is offered that you're able to use with this system. So go to the Kickstarter, fund this project. We'd really like to see it get made. Thank you.